Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. How are we doing? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to get I thought I had the right save loaded up, but I don't think I did, so I'm just trying to grab it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, cool. Hi, Popcorn. Hi, Spiderhead. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so this is good. Making sure my save is good. Yeah, okay, cool. This is the right one. Okay, great. Oh, you got the B Levi ad. Oh, that's iconic. Good one to get if you're gonna have to get one. What else was I about to look for? Arrow. Let me. Okay, I think this is good. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just realized I think I have to exit the game. Okay. I just realized that I didn't have my CC in. So if I want to see old Sims or like Sims we've already made for Tiny Town, that is not going to load right. So let me just put that back really quickly. See, and that is the reason why I have not been a CC person in the past, because I'm not trying to manage all of this all the time. But I guess now I am. Oh, I feel a headache coming on. All right, let's see. I think most of these, let me at least put this. I don't need to put everything back right now. I just need to make sure the little hair CC I have is in here. Anything else? My stuff. Okay. I'm putting a lot of stuff back, but like things I cannot be certain of, I'm not. Like more icons is probably fine. Teleport any sim is probably fine. Although I have a lot of different teleport any sims, so I don't know what that's about. But I'll leave UI cheats out. Move this in too. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello. How are we? How are we doing this Tuesday? This fine Tuesday evening. I'll start. I am a little bit all over the place. So I did the thing that I do every now and then where I'm like, you know what I'll do before I have something important to do? I'll wash my hair. So my hair's washed. That being said, it was like wash hair or eat. So this probably won't be a long stream because I'll probably be like, oh, I'm feeling lightheaded. And I'll have to go get some food. Okay, you can hear and see me just fine. Okay, cool. Let me go back. You guys are probably not going to be able to hear, so I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, I got it back open. All right, so who's here? Okay, so I saw Spiderhead earlier. Popcorn, hello. Sounds good. Okay, great. Hey, honeys, hello. Welcome. Hashtag hair flip, hello. Whatever you like to call me. Okay. Hi, welcome. Oh, Hashtag, you got ranked top 3 best portfolio. Congratulations. Yes, that's definitely something to be very happy about. Cole, welcome. Ooh, favorite Sims person, thank you. Hi, Christina, welcome. Hi, Creature. Hi, Karis. Yeah, so today I'm gonna be real, y'all. We keeping the yapping to a minimum because I'm not gonna be on for long. You know, when just sometimes it's like, ooh, feeling a little bit like, just like a little slow. Sometimes I've been trying to remind myself to like take it easy. Let's see if you guys can hear this and see this. No, you cannot. All right, hold on. 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. It's gonna look like nothing for a second, and then it'll look like something. Now.
DeRoy
Yes.
the Narla.
Okay, perfect. Great. Hi, Mildred. Hi, Savannah. You listen to Cowboy Carter, you in love with the song Levi's Jeans. There you go, Savannah. There you go. I'm glad. You know what? When the bullying works, it works. Am I right? Let me stop. I'm glad you listened to it, though. It's what, because my thing is, because as a Beyonce fan, y'all look, already, what I say about yapping, that I will not be doing it today. I'm going to just say this. As a Beyonce fan, Cowboy Carter, I recognize as obvious, like as one of the works that is like really good and not my personal favorite. There are songs on it that I like a lot, and I think holistically it's like a whole complete experience. It's hard to explain because like it's like there's I think it's just living in the nuance that is just because you don't necessarily like it doesn't mean it's bad. And I also am weird because I'm like, I like that it is Beyonce and I like it as a Beyonce album and I like it as well. But like the way my relationship with music is that oftentimes I am trying to either turn up or I need to up my energy. Cowboy Carter makes me feel things. And I'm not always trying to be in my feelings. You've been watching your first Tiny Town, and so it's so entertaining. Oh, great. Yeah, this time I'm taking a lot more time to set up just because, like, again, I'm saying, like, let it be easy. But I'm actually hoping we can wrap up making these Sims this week. Wrap it up. And then we can actually start playing this week or next week. So, yes. Hi, Anna. Welcome. You said the yapping is my favorite part. Mildred, please. We gotta yap and make Sims, child. Mostly because I'm like, listen, I'm not planning on being here for a long time. Okay. Sir, if you are, I doubt anyone's new here for real, but if you are new here, we are making Tiny Town Sims. See, like, what's going on with your hair? What? Oh my gosh. From afar, I thought that Lyric didn't have any hair. I was like, why does Sim bald? Sim's not bald. The Sim is not bald. I wish when you save, hold on. Can I like import a Sim from a family or do I have to import everyone? Like, can I just import the dog? Alright, the only thing about this is here's what I really need to do. The problem I'm having right now is that we did change a couple of the personality traits of Billy and Mandy, maybe, or Mandy and Lyric. Excuse me, Mandy and Lyric. All right, sorry. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Vanessa, my pronouns are she, her, and on this channel I like to make silly Sims videos, etc., etc. Couple of updates. Going back to full self view. One, I have been doing kit giveaways. We have one more tomorrow. Someone probably won the one already tonight. I literally had it scheduled to post like 2 seconds before the stream was scheduled to start. Sorry, I just had taking deep breaths. Let me just see here. Did someone get it? I'm assuming so. Yeah, somebody got it, I think. So I gave away golden years today. Wait, did I do this right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I did. Okay, gave away kitchen clutter yesterday. Gave away golden years today. I'm giving away restoration workshop tomorrow. So check between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you're joining and you're just hanging out, if you were like, you guys probably got the alert. I'm not live on TikTok. Dare I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. We're gonna go live on TikTok. They like to hang out too a little bit. Let's get this game. Okay, and then let me fix this. Again, sorry, I keep doing that thing where I'm like mid-sentence stopping what I'm talking about, but okay, well, it won't connect to my TikTok account, so we're not gonna be on TikTok today. That's fine. We're making Sims, so we're gonna be hanging out in CAS again to make Sims for Tiny Town. So if you are new to my channel, if you've been lurking in the background and hanging out but not exactly sure what's been going on these last several weeks, I'm making Sims to play. So we are going to be playing with these Sims on a residential rental lot together and like playing through the Tiny Town 2 challenge. Tiny Town 2 challenge asterisk. Because Tiny Town, the first one, if you've been watching the first one, what I found that I really enjoyed from that challenge is we were building homes and doing sim entrepreneurship. I love all that. The making things and selling it and then earning money and then building up the homes and then creating our own lore in the neighborhood. Loved that. That was my favorite part about that challenge. So we are running Tiny Town 2, which is basically like Deligracy made a second version of the challenge where it's more about playing through careers. And similar thing, like everyone's living together, but instead of living together on like a plot of land and building up your own house, we're going to be living basically in like an apartment building and renovating the building. So I downloaded Deligracy's building and we're just going to use Deligracy's building. And instead of using the career, it's just so funny because I'm like, we're going to do the exact thing. We're going to do Tiny Town 2 as she described it, but we changed a little bit of everything. But yeah, so there was a few careers that she had suggested that we play through, but I was already doing those careers and with other saves that I've played on live. And so personally, I was like, there's other careers and stuff that I have not played that we will play through instead. So for example, Lyric is supposed to be a musician. Billy is going to be she's going to be an Undertaker career that came with Life and Death. Mandy is going to be a Reaper, which is a active career. Aurora is going to be an astronaut, I'm pretty sure. And then Zachary is going to be in the interior decorator career, which I've never done. As long as I've had that pack, I never did that career. I specifically got that pack for the stuff. I was like, yep, because at the time we hadn't had anything else modular. So like being able to put together like custom like built-in pieces and stuff and have them like lock into place together. We hadn't gotten that before Dream Home Decorator. And even being able to make your own like sofas, like connect the different sofas pieces and like make your own sofa. That's why I got Dream Home Decorator. I thought that the gameplay of being an interior designer or whatever was a little silly because I was like, I'm doing that anyway. Why do I need the game? I don't know about this. Either way, we're gonna try it. Hey Roger, hey Nick. Are we gonna work on TBD last name? We should work on TBD last name. So TBD last name, here's the thing about TBD last name. I just liked the way that TBD last name looked. So we actually don't have to touch this family at all, right? So let's go into, let me go pick up TBD last name. You. We're gonna replace. I know. We have a safe copy. This was TBD last name. Is TBD last name like a pre-made sim? Also, I would change everything about him. Because this, okay, so what are we doing today? Today we are making the mother and son. So the mother is going to be an elderly sim. The story that I have, this is the sims that if you go to the Tiny Town 2 challenge on Deligracy's website, there is a mother-son household where the mother is a romance consultant and wants her son to find love, and the son is obsessed with his career as a detective. Okay, so we're making the sims who are going to be a detective and a romance consultant. Both careers I haven't really played. I think maybe I played the detective career maybe a little bit once, but it was a long time ago and I didn't really finish it. There's something I was going to say. There was something I was going to say and I have forgotten. Point is, we're making them today. It's an elder and an adult. I think most everybody else, sorry, I have something in my eye. Most everybody else we made at this point have been young adults. So we're gonna have a excuse me, an elder and an adult. And what do you guys think? So the other part about this is the last sim that I'm going to make. Sorry, let me open up chat again. The last sim I'm gonna make is one we already have. I know she's not black, but I wanted a little piece of the old Tiny Town and the new Tiny Town, and that Carmine was going to be a vet. That's what I was gonna do. So I was gonna age up Carmine and maybe into a young adult. Maybe you have to go back through and age up Jackie, like age up the rest of Tiny Town up a year, like up. So instead of being young adults, they're all adults, and move Carmine in. And then maybe Carmine, I don't know, maybe we'll give Carmine like a black girlfriend or something. Hey, Taylor. The mother should wear large statement earrings that come with city living. I'll check them out. Yeah, like the mom, I want her to be like the free, loving kind of sim. That was the idea. You don't recognize them, but you don't have all the packs. Okay. Not to bring up Beyonce. But your reminder that she's a living legend made me just book the trip. I have to experience Cowboy Carter in person. Thank you for the inspiration just to buy the GD tickets. SB, don't get me started, child. Thank you for buying the tickets. Listen, I understand. She's a rich lady. She does not need our money, right? I get it. All right? And I hate to be that guy who's like, go pay the rich people more money. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm really trying to say is like, yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I'm glad you got your tickets. Because honestly, even if Cowboy Carter, I think if Cowboy Carter is an album you really like, you will like the Cowboy Carter tour, right? If Cowboy Carter is not your favorite album, from what I've seen, you will like the Cowboy Carter tour if you're a Beyonce fan. And if you are not necessarily a Beyonce fan and you didn't like Cowboy Carter, or you haven't listened to it or anything, I just am like, I don't know. Like, for example, SZA and Kendrick are coming through this week, right? And I'm sitting here like, what am I gonna do? I looked up tickets and I'm just like, tickets are expensive, but what am I gonna do? You know, I'm hoping I can pull like a last minute thing. Like maybe I'll get a ticket last minute on Friday and just like go, just because it's like, I don't know. But also like, I don't know if you guys are concert people. I wasn't really a concert person I don't know, 2019. Like, my best friend, she's a concert person. She loves a concert. So she would kind of rope me into concerts, and I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm going. And then the more concerts I would go to, the more I was like, I don't know, concerts are kind of fun. You don't go to concerts anymore, and you miss them so much. See? That's what I mean. That's fair. You did not seen all the red carpet looks yet, but what did you guys think about the Met Gala? I haven't seen all of them either, Nick. See the yapping. Child. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna give myself like 5 more minutes. I haven't seen all the looks. I will say that what I did see, I want to say like I wasn't super impressed, but I'm also not surprised. Like obviously like for example, Janelle Monáe looked excellent, but Janelle Monáe, whenever they go to the Met, always looks really good. Or and Paul Tazewell, is that his name? The one who won the Oscar for Wicked? The first black man to win an Oscar for costume design? Yes. He apparently designed Janelle Monáe's look. Because I saw him on the red carpet. I was like, oh, that's what's his face. What's his face? I mean, really, it took me, I had to look up his name later. But I was like, oh, he won the Oscar for costume design. He designed Janelle Monáe's look. And I was like, that's amazing. Because he was on the red carpet standing right next to Janelle Monáe. And the look was great. So that one burned into my mind. Right. He said also that's Janelle style anyway. Right. There's a little bit of like, yeah, you're going to eat up. That's kind of like what you look like. There's a controversy going on right now. Controversy. Is that the word I want to use? The social media drama. There it is. There's social media discourse and drama going on right now on TikTok because there is a really big fashion influencer on TikTok who was not invited to the Met. And I find it interesting because there's a lot of conversation around why he was or wasn't invited to the Met or whatever. My thing was, I thought people weren't invited to the Met. I thought like companies bought tables and then the companies invited you to the Met. Like, do you have to get an invite from Anna Wintour and company, or like if there's a fashion company or whoever who has a table and they want you there, like that's your invite? I guess that's why I didn't get it. I don't understand why there's a lot of controversy around that, because I'm like, well, you know. And then I found out later that he went last year because TikTok bought a table or sponsored something with the Met, and they brought him. And now TikTok, I guess, isn't involved, and so now he's not there. But people are kind of in an uproar about it because he would be the pinnacle of the theme. He would be the theme. He's like a walking daily version of the theme, and he wasn't there. So people are like, why wasn't he there? And it's like, he was there because he wasn't invited. And people are like, why wasn't he invited? I'm like, well, I don't think he was invited if nobody, I don't know. Yeah, it's Wisdom K. Is it the, yes, Nick. Is it the black guy that kills every look he puts together? Really young guy. Let me look up his name. Wisdom K. Doechii was beautiful. Doechii was beautiful. More social media drama. I love TikTok. I just want to be very clear. I know sometimes I talk mess about TikTok, and because I can't invite them here today, I'm going to be talking more mess. But I love TikTok. Okay, I love TikTok. That being said, sometimes I find it comical what we get in an uproar about on TikTok. People are getting in an uproar because there's this clip going around of Doechii coming off the elevator with her team, I guess, and she wanted to keep her look a surprise. And so the elevator doors opened and she freaks out and she's like, what the hell? Like, no one's supposed to see my look right now. And so they found this like transparent dressing like thing, and I'm not going to switch over to my face. I was about to switch over to my face, and I'm like, no, I got to stay in this view because we got to focus. Excuse me. So she had this transparent box, and they like grabbed all these umbrellas to try to like cover her look or whatever. And like, she was kind of snapping at her team, like, I need more umbrellas. I need more, basically like yelling like, hey, cover me up or whatever. And I was looking in the comments, and people were like, the look wasn't even all that for her to be doing all that. Or it wasn't that deep. Or why is she being so rude to her staff, right? And I literally thought to myself after seeing the comments, I was like, womp, womp, womp. Why is she so mean to her staff? I'm like, grow up. And then I have to remember, like, no, it might be literal children commenting this. But I'm like, okay, like, so she was yelling at her staff. Yeah, there was a plan, and the plan is not going to plan. So, like, hello, somebody help me out here. I don't know. I just am like, people need to... Doechii was so mean. I'm like, no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Sometimes I'm like, y'all ain't worked a real job. People talk crazy to you in your jobs. Crazy. I have people talking crazy to me on the daily, and not even yelling at me, just like saying out of pocket shit in a way that I'm like, the fuck, what's going on? Hey, Count. You came across him a few months ago and gagged at everything put together. Yes, it is. And then also his editing is crazy. Yes. Yeah. Who is this? Wisdom? Yes. People on TikTok are getting too big for their britches. Just because you're on TikTok does not mean you're part of the fashion community or any other community that you participate in. Roger, I think that is fair. I think the difference is Wisdom K was there last year. And that's another thing, right? Like, there's celebrities, like capital C celebrities, who are invited one year who aren't invited again another time. But again, I'm like, how are these invites going out? Are you getting handed an invite from Anna Wintour, or are you getting an invite from a company that is sponsoring a table? So, you know what I mean? And I think, like, people come in and out of fashion too, right? Like, you did fashion for a year. Trust me, if somebody backstage isn't yelling, something is going severely wrong somewhere else. Yeah. Hey, Tawny. You say out of pocket stuff all the time. Right. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Just everyone just to like, you know what I took it as though? I kind of took it as like, I don't know, man. She's a young, black, creative person who is going to be scrutinized for, you know, everything. How it comes out of her mouth. You know, people are just assuming she's being rude and nasty because she's a dark-skinned black woman. And it's like, no, she's just like, it's just kind of like, I can just see it. I'm like, we had a plan. And for all I know, right? Because this is the thought I had too. I'm like, sometimes it's like, I don't know, I pay y'all to have to figure out things that maybe I'm not figuring it out. So then when we show up and like people are seeing my look, and like we had a whole plan of people not seeing my look, I'm sorry I can't anticipate everything, but that's why I pay you to anticipate things. And you are not figuring it out. The hell is going on? Help me out here. Hello, help. Yeah, I might get loud. I was thinking about it today. I was like, you know what? This is why it's nice. And also if you are thinking about, I always say this every now and then, but like, it's why it's nice to be doing Sims content. Or like content creation around like gaming and stuff, because I am not the draw. You guys like watching me play, sure, but like you're not showing up just to hear me talk about, or like see me put on my makeup and then see me go out in New York City and flit around and right? Like you're just here, you're here because you're like, she's cool, she plays Sims, I like Sims, we cool in it. But Dochi, I don't know, once you're like capital C celebrity, people just are able to like nitpick and pick apart things that like in real life, you're not even that pressed. Or maybe you are, but I'm like, I don't know. People talk real crazy to you on jobs. Not saying it's okay, but it's not always worth the energy to address sometimes because you need to hold it together just to show up. There's a lot going on. To get onto the Met Gala, and if you're not friends with Anna Wintour, I said Anna like I know her, Anna Wintour, or somehow connected to somebody that's already got a table, you might not be there on a return. And let's not forget, black people just barely started going to the Met Gala on your know your fashion history, all the things. But that's why also it was weird though, because this was like the black dandy inspired year, and like he wasn't there. On the surface, that is odd. It's a little bit like, yeah, why wasn't he there? Who didn't make sure that he wasn't somewhere? But I don't know. And I'm also not one of those people who's like, just be grateful. That's not even how I feel. But I also think that a lot of what I find challenging is that people will be upset about things that they just don't understand. Kind of like how you're saying, Roger. Like for me, right? I don't understand how game development works. Okay? And I'm pivoting to Sims. I don't understand how game development works. I don't understand what it takes to make a game function. I have worked a corporate job, and I am on the creative side of working a corporate job. So from that point of view, I'm like, oh, half of the things that go on with EA and The Sims from the outside, we got a lot of bugs. They're putting out content nobody asked for. They're putting out content maybe a few people asked for, but maybe isn't like overly prioritizing what we want for bugs. Maybe they say or do something that feels a little bit like, ooh, should you have done that? All of that stuff, I'm like, yeah, I work corporate. I see how that, I know exactly how that happened. I don't know how it happened in game development, but I have probably a work experience that mirrors some of what I'm seeing just as the outside as a customer and a content creator. Like, yep, I can see how that went down. People are really upset about things, and I'm like, you guys don't understand how it works. And understanding how it works is not even like an excuse, like, oh well, it doesn't need to get better. It's not like that, but it's just like I find myself a lot less upset about things just because I'm like, yeah, first of all, the team that works on the bugs and the team who works on the new stuff might not even be the same people. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they're not the same people. When you're working on something that needs to work on PC, on Mac, on PlayStation, on Xbox, on Steam, on Epic, right? Like, I don't know, I know Steam and Epic are just the ways for you to get the content, but you know what I mean? Like, there's levels of like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like to have to make something. Well, I sort of do, right? Whenever I have to design things, sometimes I have to design things for how it looks on the phone, how it looks on the desktop, how it looks in the app. I might have to design the version for an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad or a Pinterest ad, and all of those are different sizes. I might have to do something that's a video, but then convert it also to an animated GIF, and then convert that to a JPEG. Like, so yeah, and then it's like if one thing was misspelled and all that stuff, now I gotta go back to 10 different things and fix it. It's not an excuse. It's just like, I'm like, yeah, I can see how some of the stupid stuff happens. Because, I don't know, doing creative stuff at a corporate job is stupid. Just got to hear what happened. Oh, nothing, Nancy. We're talking about the Met. Doesn't sound like it, does it? No. Yeah, we're talking about the Met. Hey, Blue Girl, welcome. And how people were upset that there was a creator who was the pinnacle of the theme who was not invited to the Met. So I was just saying, and Roger answered earlier, like, how are people getting invites to the Met? Because as far as I've heard, even celebrities who are like capital C celebrities don't get invited every year. So why would an Instagram influencer on TikTok? Because, like, yes, of all the influencers, he would have been the one that needed to be there. Absolutely. But he was not the one making a stink about not being there. He just was like, hey, wasn't invited, is what it is. You know, I'm excited to see what, you know, how people show up. It's the ecosystem around him that was upset. If he was upset, he did not bring it to social media. He wasn't like, I can't believe I wasn't invited. But that wasn't his case at all. He's a humble guy. That's why he'll be invited again in the future somehow. I don't doubt it. Or to other things, for sure. So it wasn't him. It's everybody else. It's the discourse talk. The pontification of it all. But yeah, today we're making Sims. So we are, let me bring up my notes. Like I said, we are making, and also the website. We're making 2 Sims, if I can just get through this. Deligracy. Right. Remember, Tiny Town is a challenge that was created by Deligracy. In case you want to go look up the rules yourself, it's on Deligracy's website, Deligracy. So we're making Clave and Marian Enamorada. I like the idea. You know what's interesting? Having Enamorada as a last name just makes me feel like you have to come from like capital M money. I'm using the word capital a lot right now. Don't know what that's about. So don't know what that's about. You never worked corporate, but you've been in retail for years, and from that, just know that there are probably a lot of decisions that the devs think are bad or stupid, but have to do it. And Nick, I work corporate retail, so there's been times where I'm like, somebody at the store thinks this is dumb as hell. And like, for me, in the corporate marketing side of corporate retail, and I see, like, I wish I could remember a situation where I was like, this is stupid. And I know that once it gets down to the stores, they're going to be like, what the hell are we doing? But again, I just work here, you know? You never know. There could be something happen backstage with him and the controlling staff to put off him. It takes so long for your game to warm up. You could probably cook a meal by the time it actually starts. Dang. Oof, corporate retail. Sarah. Yeah, no, it's a unique kind of beast. So TBD last name I was gonna use, let me see. Okay, just out of curiosity, what would your mother look like? Okay, I was very concerned. Greatest parent.
Uribe a cricky.
Yeah. I feel like the first lady was actually fine.
Oh, disculpa.
Huh. I think I have bias though.
Hungry.
Alright, I was gonna say, try not to look too upset. I think I have aging off too. Here's my problem. Every time I see an older sim with short hair, I keep thinking of the Sims that I made, and I miss them. So I need to pick someone who doesn't have short hair, because I'm like, honestly, this is almost the vibes. I like playing with genetics, because then it's like, I don't actually have to do anything to the way that they look if I don't want to.
Saboya!
Okay, we might have to. Yeah, I think she's cute. Why is it saying like... Maybe because he doesn't have a name. Okay, sorry. Let me see here. You didn't realize you could create parents through the CAS genetics thing. Oh, well, I'm glad I could reveal that for you. I'm sorry y'all didn't see it. I mean, you saw that that she was randomizing. TBD last name and then something last name. Does anyone know if you can do this challenge without for rent? Probably not though, right? There is a way, Karis, actually. If you go to Deligracy's channel, I think she does explain how you can kind of do it without for rent. If you have the university system, it might be easier to like set them as roommates maybe. But there is a way to do it without for rent because for rent is so, you know. You said not to be racist or anything, but you dress like some of the old Asian ladies in your neighborhood. Yeah, no. The vibe here is not exactly the vibe that I'm gonna go for, but I do find it kind of like, yeah, that it's the hat, and I feel like the tights. Not even the pattern of the tights, but just like you're very covered up, but also very like ornate. All right, so what do we want to do here? And I was gonna say earlier, Enamorada, to have your last name be the same name as a world, to me implies rich. So I would rather not use Enamorada. I'd rather use something else. If you guys come up with any... Nathaniel. Okay. If you guys come up with any potential last names, I'm happy to use them. Nathaniel, Lane. Yeah, name ideas. I would love some name ideas. You said everything from the hat to head to toe to the off-color dress shoes, the tights, and the print on them. Yeah, it's all, yeah. You check that out. You do have university. Okay, cool. Is For Rent really breaking games? I started playing Tiny Town and you're kind of scared? I guess, Ayana, just make sure that you have a copy. Here, I feel like half of the things that people talk about could be alleviated some of the drama that the Sims might have if they just had multiple copies of their saves. So just back up your saves. Just periodically back up your saves so that if something ends up corrupting, it's no big deal. You have a copy. You know, that's the idea. I've been playing with For Rent and knock on wood, I've been fine. I'm gonna knock again. That being said, I have copies. Just in case something's gone awry, I'll save the families just in case something happens. We have the memories at this point. We have completed the first Tiny Town, so we have the memories. Everything's all good. If anything, I could just be doing a completely new Tiny Town where there's no relation at all, and then we would be fine. That being said, just have copies. Edmonds, Hendricks. Hey, Peter, welcome. Amor. Is that too Spanish? I mean, I guess you could be Afro-Latina. Bobby Amor. Carlton. Something about Carlton feels... Like, that could work. I feel like maybe the last name could just be Love. Is that too... Alright, here's another thing we gotta think about. Carlton I liked at first, and then I remembered, I think part of the story needs to be, he needs to have kind of like a frou-frou name. A name, think about it. Like, if she's more of like a free-loving, free spirit type of person, maybe she gave her child a little bit of like a... Like, his name would be like Sunshine. Not too off base, because he's gonna be a detective, and we don't want him to get mocked by his coworkers. But you know what I mean. What's his skill gonna be? I don't know. What do you need for detective? Fitness? Love is giving Diddy. Thank you for that. We will not be doing love. You said enamorada means love in Spanish. And then in Afrikaans, love is verlief or verlief. You've been using Fortran on console and haven't had any problems out of it other than the lag with placing objects. Yeah. You heard it's really bad if you download from the gallery. Oh, you heard what's really bad? The lag or the playing with rentals? Fitness and logic. Okay, that's good to know then. So, the Sunshine Amor. His name can't be Sunshine. Sun? Maybe he has like a like, hold on, wait. Can he have a middle name? Like his name is Carlton Sun Amor. The reason why I'm saying that is because let's say his legal first name is Sun, but at some point he changed it, but he didn't want to upset his mother. Sunny! I like that. Oh, with an O. Yeah, okay. Oh, Soul! Ray, Sun. Instead of Sun Ray. Okay, let's do Sunny Amor. And then his mother's name can be, let's see. I like Trisha. It says Trisha here. Ooh, Rochelle. Esther? That's too old, right? Because what is she, like 60? Is she some kind of hippie or is she eccentric? Amor is giving Afro-Latina. Yeah, I like that. Well, we haven't dressed. This is just who was randomly generated through genetics, so we haven't done anything with this sim yet. The idea is gonna be that she's a little bit like a free spirit. She's gonna be a romance consultant. Imagine like, and this, I don't know where I'm getting this stereotype from, but like, do you guys remember when late at night there would be like a woman with like a late night talk show or something where you could call in with your problems? Kind of like that vibe. For some reason on console, when you build rentals, when actively playing a sim, placing the objects don't lag, but when you build from managed worlds, it takes it forever to place down. Interesting. Soledad. Oh my goodness. Yes. Soledad. Soledad and Sunny. Is that too on the nose? You're excited to see the romance consultant. Nana in action. Mod. Kelly, please. Caridad could be good. Yeah, kind of like a Miss Cleo vibe, I think. Sort of. Like in that was like a genre. There was a genre of things happening online. He could have 3 dads because she had more than one lover. Yes. Rosada, Rosemary. I kind of like Soledad.
Oh.
I like Soledad and Sunny. I think that's cute. Miss Cleo is a psychic more than a love counselor. Right. Do you guys remember the song Miss Cleo? I don't think you really know. Okay, so yeah, these also randomly generated. I just needed to pick something. However, extreme sports enthusiasts. Here's what I'll say about him, right? I could see him being already romantic for the storyline purposes. He's got to be romantically reserved. These Sims often tread carefully, in the realm of love, preferring to take their time and build solid emotional connections before jumping headfirst into romance. Okay?
Gibbs, do I?
Exactly the vibe, Sunny. Thank you, Sunny. Ambitious. These Sims gain powerful moodlets from career success and gain negative moodlets from career failure. The only thing I need to check is, does anybody else have that? Oh, okay, so she's got ambitious. So maybe we don't use ambitious again. She being Billy. Billy has ambitious. So let's try something else. Career-minded. Is there another career-minded one that's not ambitious? The mom should be not Esmeralda. Ugh. Soledad or Esmeralda, y'all? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do not a Q&A. I'm gonna do a poll. Okay. Maybe overachiever. Okay. Does that work if they're not teens? I really like Soledad. How do you spell Esmeralda? Oh, this is gonna be a problem. If I can't spell Esmeralda, I already have too many names in my saves that I can't spell. Esmeralda. Okay. All right, cool. I started the poll. The poll started. Okay, so that's running. But for him, let me see what y'all are saying. Self-assured. I think we already have self-assured. So there's nothing wrong with repeating per se, but like the spirit for me of the challenge is kind of like doing things I haven't necessarily done before. And so like I use self-assured a lot. However, none of these Sims are self-assured. Although I kind of like the idea that maybe he's a little insecure. Y'all, remember, part of the... I don't know if I told you all this. Let me see. I have my notes. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I thought the notes were going to be much more... I'm going to read you these notes verbatim. Because I was like, oh, I've got my notes. I came up with the whole thing. No, it's just a few lines. Detective, closeted, son, more conservative, romance consultant, sexually liberated, elderly mom, hippie, plus sexy AF. Those are my notes. I thought I wrote out a whole thing. I guess I did not. Just double checking my notes. No, I thought I had a whole thing. Maybe it was just in my mind. Yeah, so part of his lore is that he's closeted. I haven't decided whether it's to himself or the world, but like he's a little repressed. That's another thing that's happening. Give him a sister named Soledad. Okay. I'm telling you, Esmeralda is perfect for her. That is a Spanish grandma name. It's winning. So, that being said, self-assured, I'm a little bit hesitant on. Let's see what else. We could have recycled, disciple, loves outdoors, active. That gets kind of annoying, right? Green fiend. Maybe he picks something up from his mom too. Like, should he be a vegetarian or will that just piss me off later? Health conscious. Neat. Can I do all the gay stereotypes? Can he just be like a neat, health conscious man? Practice makes perfect. That's one too. I think we have someone who's gloomy. The dynamic is interesting. I mean, we'll see. It's working in my head. I'm not sure if it'll work in game. Non-committal, freegan, and either eccentric, creative, or something with gardening. Ooh, yeah, that could be good. Perfectionist. We have a sim who's a perfectionist. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm shutting down everybody's good ideas. I don't mean to shut it down. I'm trying to make a diverse group of sims. We have a skeptical sim as well. And also I don't want him to be like boring. What else is in here? Social, bro, dog lover, cringe, family oriented, good, grouch, hates children, idealist, loyal, party animal, socially awkward. What did someone say? The one that came, okay, with, I don't think you guys can see this. Okay, there we go. I can barely see this. Let me move my phone. Overachiever, that's what someone said. These sims tend to raise their skills faster and are happy when they finish work tasks, but are a little harder to get along with as friends. Okay, I like it.
Uh-huh. Huh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool,
Okay. And then hobby. Foodie, geek, maker. That's what I'm saying. Does he pick up something from his mom? Okay, because mom, Soledad or Esmeralda. Ooh, it's getting close. I'm telling you by a couple of points. Y'all are the ones who are voting for this too. So if there's anyone who hasn't voted, I have a poll going on in the chat right now for what should mom's name be. It's between Soledad and Esmeralda. Someone said Esmeralda is a good grandma name and it would be fitting. So I'm down with either. But right now Soledad's winning. I'm gonna leave it on for a couple more minutes. Someone's upset. Esmeralda's perfect. And it's up to y'all. Y'all got a campaign in the chat. I'm going by what it says right here. Soledad is slightly edging out Esmeralda. Self-absorbed. Overachiever to compensate for his closet status. Yeah. Perfectionists take forever to complete a task. Okay, that's unfortunate because we've already got a perfectionist in the group. So that has been decided. Okay, someone said a good one. So we had non-committal. These sims become tense after a while in the same job or relationship, become happy when they quit a job or break off a relationship, and take longer to propose, and can discuss their fear of commitment. I mean, she's supposed to be a romance consultant. I also kind of want to make her romantic. Love bug conflicts with non-committal. That makes sense. These sims tend to be flirty and may become sad if they don't have any romantic social interactions for a period of time. Love that for us. I think that's going to be great. And then someone also suggested like freegan or something like that. These sims reject consumerism and prefer to reduce wasteful spending by any means. They enjoy finding reused or thrown away goods. Have I made someone who is a freegan for this tiny town? No. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we can do freegan. We could do
No.
green fiend. These sims are happiest when they live. No, that's eco lifestyle stuff. I gotta do a whole little let's play with just eco lifestyle, but not this one. There was this. Oh, it's something with gardening. Was that supposed to be the aspiration? Was that the suggestion? Nature. Freelance botanist. These sims want to grow plants and become an expert gardener. That's probably the one. Either that or something to do with Lerv. Soulmate, no. Paragon partner. This sim wants to have successful relationships with 2 or more sims. Or romantic explorer. I'm not sure what that one is though. He said, y'all know it's a good name. Sometimes when I talk to text, it doesn't come out right. Oh, what'd you say? You love the freaking trait? Okay, cool. Hey friends. Hey Alexa. You'll be in and out tonight because you're dealing with your grandma being in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alexa. I hope she's okay. We got some good updates today. Okay, cool. And you love my button. Thank you. I hope your grandma's okay. I'm sorry to hear that. You never heard of Soledad before as a name? Soledad? Hold on, wait. The journalist. Her name's Soledad O'Brien. You know, Let me stop. Yeah, Soledad O'Brien. That's who I think of when I think of Soledad. Yeah, you voted Esmeralda, but you're kind of feeling Soledad. y'all are so funny. She got more than one aspiration, FY. Just you want the traits. Well, the freelance, but I think that she.
Huh?
What's the bonus trait for freelance botanist? Quick learner or something? Oh, collector. Collectors find more rare collectibles. But Paragon Partner, this would be alluring. These Sims are more successful at romance than others. I think I want the romantic bonus trait, and we might go back and forth between the gardening situation. But she a romance consultant. So, another suggestion was creative. Ooh, thanks for subscribing. Oh no, it's a brain bleed. She's lost a lot of mobility. She had a stroke. She was in the ICU. You've been making all the medical decisions for her. I hope you're okay, Alexa. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm wishing your grandmother a speedy recovery. And good news. I'm glad you're here for a bit too. Yeah, hoping for good news for her. Okay. So, yeah, personality here, I'm feeling pretty good about. Personality here, we've got romantically reserved, overachiever, and then any hobby ones? Like maybe loves outdoors. Can you earn loves outdoors through gameplay? Maybe foodie. Watching cooking shows. Does he like cooking as a hobby? It looks like he might like working out as a hobby. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Okay, wait, sorry. This is not. Imagine he has a deviant aspiration as a detective. That's so funny. Your Sims get the extra traits for completing aspirations too. Yeah. Can you discover? I don't know if you can discover it. Yeah, that's my thing too. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
There's an outdoorsy lifestyle. Yes, there is the outdoorsy lifestyle. But what did lifestyles come with? Is that growing together? Or is that even older than that? I don't think I want him to be creative. There's wellness. What is this one? These Sims want to make a bit. One of these is new. Has there always been 3 wellness? I didn't think so. Werewolves, no. Popularity. Esteemed entrepreneur, discerning dweller. Location. Oh, that's stupid. What's a bonus point for this? Happy when they're in the home neighborhood. Maybe perfectly pristine. This Sim likes their home to be presentable and clean all the time. God, that sounds so boring. But the bonus trait here is home turf. These Sims become happy when they're in their home neighborhood. What about Nosy? For Soledad? It was looking like Soledad, y'all. I'm ending the poll. Soledad it is. Definitely a gym rat. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I guess we'll do bodybuilder. So then high metabolism. It's easier to stay fit and trim when you have high metabolism. Okay, cool. So that's that. However, this doesn't exactly finish out what I want Sunny's personality to be. Romantically reserved, overachiever, generous, caring, empathetic, and patient. These Sims are happiest when offering their time and money to help others. Everyone loves generous Sims. I mean, he's gonna be a detective. Is that a stereotype to think that maybe he isn't that generous?
Ooh.
That might be me putting on too much. No, not geek. Foodie. I kind of want to do foodie. I feel like that could lead to a hobby of like cooking or something. He could just be cheerful, but that one you can earn through gameplay so easily.
Ooh.
You said aspirations don't really matter much in CAS because you can change them. What you really need to worry about is the bonus trait you want. Save the sim and you can change the aspiration later. Yes! You said you won. You're thinking Nosy because he's a detective. Oh, I see. Okay. That's kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
Alright, cool. Romantically reserved, overachiever, Nosy. Sims who thrive on gossip, snooping, and spying. They have incredibly poor boundaries and don't quite understand what personal space is, but they will discover secrets by any means. That's kind of cute. Okay. So, as far as how you sound,
Malfoy Befose.
Mr. Coy, believer.
yeah, I like that. Any different walk? Nah, I ain't changed nobody's walk. I might change his mama's walk. I don't understand why it says the relationships are not working. There we go. Is it working now? Why is it weird? Does I have to pick one of these?
Dazzle.
Maybe supportive?
Guess
You see that? You see how it has a little exclamation point? Oh, now it doesn't. Okay. So can I have nothing? I'd rather, yeah, developing gameplay. Okay, cool. You should have the fem walk. The closeted man has the fem walk. I wish I had more walk styles too. Is that something that someone's made mods for? Okay, so Sunny and Soledad. This is cute. All right. So then, as far as orientation and stuff, I'm gonna leave this as yes, exploring, and leave it set to men and men, I guess. Okay, so this is another thing, right? Because I'm like, without mods, how do you make a closeted or like a sim who's unsure? I guess the answer is just like yes to exploring romantically. I guess I'll leave it. Now then, as far as jealousy, these sims feel jealous with non-physical. I'm gonna say yes to all of these. I think that I can see Sunny being like jealous. And maybe it can change with conversation. And then Soledad. There's a mod for more walk styles, but I don't know if you would like them. So he's one of those closeted guys that doesn't realize that everybody can tell that he's gay. There's another one similar to Nosy that doesn't use the dang binoculars. I think it's Neighborhood Confidant, aka Nosy Neighbor, but that's the aspiration. And I think, because it would honestly be the difference of, like this says Gregarious. Gregarious Sims build friendly relationships faster. So the difference here would be like, maybe making his personality trait active. Excuse me, but I was trying to avoid that because sometimes that gets annoying. As far as like, I don't know, don't active Sims always need to do push-ups and stuff? What am I doing? Oh, Soledad, really quickly. Soledad, what's your situation? She is, let's say, romantically attracted to both. She's not, I mean, yeah, sure. This can be all on. This can all be yes. Romantic boundaries. So I'm going to say she doesn't get jealous. Just at all. She's not the jealous type. That's not her situation. She don't care. And then what do you sound like?
Oh, Fizunia.
Okay. What did I do? I was trying to figure out what
Jebadu.
What?
Ripskabauer.
I keep thinking if I get closer, I'm going to hear better.
Chib.
Fazunia.
It's this dang music. Loud as hell. Hold on. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. Alright, what'd you say?
Noof Jabe. Moochie Z Panork.
Chibadu Yeka.
E chuta ook.
Quexi Urabeo. Hospa Hibby Chib.
Yeah, maybe this. You meant non-committal for the son. Liz, I don't think he's non-committal. I have him as romantically reserved. I like that Soledad is, remember, she's kind of free-spirited. The only thing I was concerned about with non-committal for Soledad, or for any of them, is the career aspect. Like, they want to quit their job. I don't know if I think that she wants to quit her job. I'm even more likely to make her self-absorbed. These Sims are all about themselves. They can fish for compliments, are more excited when receiving a present, and may become tense when they haven't gotten enough attention. But then it says something about celebrity, which I'm like, I don't think I want to make her a celebrity. Idealists. These Sims hold high moral standards and strive for a better world, guided by their values and principles. They are committed to doing what they believe is right, even when it's challenging. I mean, maybe. I'm more likely, honestly, to make her a vegetarian. These Sims are rabid recyclers that benefit from recycling and rummaging for bits and pieces. But should they go too long without indulging in their hobby? What is the hobby? Recycling? Is recycling a hobby? Volume aside to zooming in 100%. Leave me alone! I think he's desperate to be in a relationship that he's going to be in forever. I don't think he wants to play the field. I don't think he wants to do the club scene or any of that. Right. He's afraid to date, and she will date anything that walks. Hey, Eric. You said if he's in denial, I would say he's romantically attracted to women, but not sexually, but not romantically attracted to men at first, but then sexually attracted to men. Yeah, let's try that. Because I'm like, I kind of want to play out the storyline that he discovers who he really is. And then I'll say yes, maybe, instead of, yeah, the yes. Instead of woohoo. I don't know how this is going to work in game. I guess we'll see, because I can change this at any time. So we can see how this works. And then, what's your situation? What was I looking at for you? I was thinking about changing non-committal.
Ooh.
Alright, I guess you guys let me know if we should change non-committal to something else. I want to move on to what they look like. Okay, so hair. Also, what am I doing with the clothes? Okay, I guess this is fine. I gotta say, the automatic zoom in and zoom out, I wish there was a way to disable that. I guess the skin tone's fine. I don't know if he has any tattoos. I feel like tattoos are like common enough, right? I'm trying to see if there's anything that he would have here without going to the gallery. Maybe some birds. Maybe he gets tattoos after he comes out. There's a lot of the story that I gotta build here, all right, through the gameplay. But we'll come back to that. You love how bad the sim generated clothes are. He discovers his attractions to men by going to the gym. I love this. I love that we are all leaning into this storyline. You can switch it so that he's not romantic to anyone, so he just thinks women but learns. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm trying to leave it so that it's playable in the game, you know? Oh, body-wise, what I was gonna say is, I think a little muscular, which is, I think, about where he's at. Oh.
Rimple Yar.
It's very interesting with the Sims.
Oh, Bomble.
Okay. I think that's okay. Like a smaller build. Sure. Not like getting too far into it. Any scars or anything? I don't think so. Any skin details? Like birthmarks or anything? That's kind of cool. I just forget you can add stretch marks. I think I just picked a preset face. I think that's where I am hesitant. What am I looking for here? Oh, I think I'm looking for this category. Can get some of these. It makes him look a little older, which I think I'm okay with. Okay, yeah, here we go. More like face stuff. Oh, the little heart, little birthmark thing. That's kind of cute. Maybe that one is more subtle. Teeth. What are we doing here? Anything? When I remember to change these, it is kind of fun. Does he have adult braces? It's not funny. He should have a tramp stamp. He's gonna get a tramp stamp when he is that something he got maybe when he was 18? Okay, here's my problem. Here's my real issue. Oh, you guys can't see anything. Sorry. Here, my real issue is that I don't know what you can do through the game. Like, does the game... I thought what... Okay, you know how sometimes they tell us that things are supposed to work a certain way? I'm not sure if I've experienced that, I guess is what I'm saying. So I was under the impression that the way it's supposed to work is if you don't set these things through gameplay, it will update. Okay? So we can leave all this off, and then just as we play through, he doesn't have a bias for or against anyone. So we can do like that. But what I'm hoping for is through our gameplay, I'll check this in the future, You know what's so funny? As soon as it's when I remember. Okay, sorry about that because you can see this. What I'm hoping is that if we would come in the future, right? Let's say he finds a boyfriend or something, and they're like having a great time. I would love to come back here and see that these are checked off without me having had to check them off. I thought that's how the mechanic is supposed to work. However, I have never confirmed that. So that's really what it is. I see. Okay. So, Eric, you said if a sim is set to yes for romantically exploring, it means a sim can develop romance attraction for either men or women if left blank. If they're set to only one, it means they like that, but they're open. Okay. I was gonna play a little bit like he's in denial a little bit. You said if you leave everything off, then everything is off in gameplay. Yes, it will change, but they won't change if you don't change them. The men will be checked off, but I don't think woohoo will. I think that's set once you set it. This is what I'm saying. I'm getting conflicting information. If he's romantic to anyone, won't he reject women and not date them either? Yeah, that's what I mean. The sim is romantically attracted to. Sim is exploring. Selecting no will prompt the sim to reject other sims that do not meet their attraction type. So right now, I guess the way it's set, he's not going to reject sims. Then this one says sims will reject other sims that do not meet their woohoo interests. Yeah, that's confusing. Because I have nothing set. We'll see. This can be changed. So now I'm a little bit like attraction will change, but woohoo stays the same.
So.
The men will be checked off, but I don't think woohoo will. I think that's set once you set it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe leave it blank. Yeah, let's leave it blank. Let's see what happens. Because that, I think, can be changed without, like, having even, Yeah, leaving woohoo blank is me making an a sim. Sims will reject woohoo with men and women. That's just... Okay. So you see what I mean? Like, it's so interesting how this, again, is without mods to do this. And I'm not interested in getting mods to fix this, right? Like, it's fine. Like I said, I'm a big girl. I can use my imagination. It's not even that. But, like, this is these little, like, moments storytelling-wise where I'm like, okay, well, we got all these options. And I guess for the way that the game is coded and for the mechanics to work in the game, I'm going to select men. It says yes, exploring, but again, it's tied to romantically. I guess we need another one, like, are you exploring with woohoo? If it doesn't affect the woohoo option, I need one more that's like, oh, are you exploring woohoo? That I feel like would solve my issue here, where I can be like, oh, I don't know, instead of being like, from my end, like, yeah, you have to know. So you're thinking if he's in denial, he would date women but not desire them, but he would find himself desiring men and then explore. Yeah. It's good to figure out how to do this without mods so that you don't rely on them like I do to create more abstract simulations. Your aromantic asexual sim had no attraction marked, and there was no flirtation interaction. Oh. That's cool. And consistent continuity-wise. But here I'm gonna have nothing checked. We'll see. I'll have nothing checked. We'll say yes, exploring. We'll say interested in woohoo with men, and we'll leave it like that because we still have yes on.
Ooh.
The fact that people really have to deconstruct the game in order to figure out these mechanics is kind of annoying. They should have some kind of handbook. Yeah, and also it shouldn't feel this hard to interpret. All right, move myself over. Okay. I think. Oh, where I left off was, does he have braces, or am I doing too much? I could be doing too much. It's fine. I just was like, do I want to change the teeth? I don't have to change the teeth. It's either this or a little gap, a little gappy gap. For some diversity. For example, I think I like some guy better than I realize I don't really like you and don't want you to touch me because I don't really experience sexual attraction. You know, sometimes it's like I read words but I did not process the thing. Oh, true romantic attraction is rare for you. Okay. He said, I mean, honestly, group form just to get his personality together. Is not clicking something while romantically reserved making it harder for us? Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a little bit more difficult. Yeah, we can get some piercings later. We can do all kinds of stuff later. Alright, so as far as outfits and stuff, let me just first choose maybe some accessories. I do feel like watches need to be their own category. Is this like a smartwatch? Oh. You know who has a smartwatch? The kids. The kids have a smartwatch with the first fits kit. That's pretty dope. And I'm like, we need the adult version of that I don't think we have. Okay, so I think Sonny, in comparison to his mom, style-wise, needs to be, like I said, a little bit more conservative. I would say he's not a flashy guy. That's really what I'm trying to get at. He's not very flashy. He's sensible. That's another good word for him. Sensible, responsible, taking care of his elderly mother, right? Like, that's where we're at. So if I start veering a little bit too flashy, I need y'all to help me go back. Okay, so now all of a sudden you don't want to zoom into the... Like, don't upset me. Okay, so between these two, that has like a little leather strap. And this one's newer. Yeah, how come we don't have like an adult smartwatch? You don't know what I'm talking about. Status him.
Yabosa!
Chupa Yuba.
The voices. Okay, I'm gonna give you this top just so I can show off this watch. Look how dope that watch is. I want the adult version of this watch. There's probably CC out there for it, but I'm like, there's definitely CC out there for it. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, obviously. You said, for example, I think I like some guy better than I realize I don't really like you and don't want you to touch me because I don't really experience sexual attraction. And true romantic attraction is rare for me. I like the idea of you, not actual you, basically. You're saying you think he would look at women like I look at men, but he is denying his attraction to men. Yeah. No, you're picking it up. Yeah. Oh, Savannah saying goodnight. Good night, Savannah. He said the gap. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know the reference, Roger. That might be my bad. He needs to be like straight laced. Yeah. Button downs and slacks. Okay, button downs and slacks. Yeah, there's CC. I think there's an add-ons pack, which is where CC creators take things from kits and create add-ons. So adult versions separating full body outfits, etc. Eric, I have seen my first add-ons kit. I saw that recently. I saw someone making add-ons. I can't remember what it was for, and I don't remember where I saw it. I have so little details. I'm like, did I see this on Instagram? Did I see this on Twitter? Did I see this on Pinterest? But I saw something add-ons, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Love Struck. It was a Love Struck add-ons pack. I know that was one of them. I can't remember the other one. And there was like extra furniture pieces that looked like they were in the same like style. And I was like, oh, that's neat. What did we say? Button downs and slacks. Button downs and slacks. First of all, what do we have for button downs? Oh, or button ups. It's funny. Do you guys call them button ups or button downs? I feel like I've said that someone is all buttoned up, but when I think of the actual shirt itself, it's a button down. Again, I be finding things. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Not for the sim, but that's a cute little item. Okay. Keep focus. Sensible. Detective. This might be a little too... This is the... What is this? Is this the Casanova one? Or the Business Chic? What's the little watch? Business Chic. Yeah, I'm like, is this running a little too corporate? Like, this feels like the weekend version. Right? Because then, like, we'll have to change his work outfit at some point when he finally gets his job. Woo! This is base game. Although, why is it... Oh, maybe because of the way that the pattern looks. I was like, why does it look like that? Okay. I think I was looking for something from Businesses and Hobbies, which looks like it's just this. Which is not the vibe. That's very European. Nothing's wrong with European, but, you know. Not saying that's necessarily Sunny's vibe. What else do we have in here? You love add-on packs because it's just the Max's clothes, but just edited. The Snowy Escape ones were your favorite. Are you on Tumblr? And I think you were talking about Illogical Sims. I saw it on YouTube. Maybe it was YouTube. Maybe it was YouTube. Yes, yes. I am not on Tumblr. I kind of thought maybe to my Tumblr era, I missed the boat. So I never went back and made a Tumblr. Or like if I have one, it was just because I was trying to, you know, futz around for a second. But I'm not like on Tumblr. Is Tumblr still a thing?
Oh.
Wow. This is a good little formal outfit. This is from Businesses and Hobbies. Let's make this the formal. Okay, anyway. Oh, look. Let me stop. Considering I gave that kid away. It is funny because I'm like, I was supposed to edit my videos, right? My video for the kids. And then I had so much footage, y'all. I have so much footage of me talking shit that I just was like trying to decide what to do. I'm like, am I gonna edit this down? Am I gonna just start from scratch? I think today, as I was washing my hair, I was thinking like maybe I'll just have to make more than one video. I wanted to make one video, but it's so much of me just talking mess. And I could cut it down, but it's gonna have to become 3 separate videos in a way that I did not necessarily want it to be. Especially because I'm like, I have 3 hours worth of content unedited, and then I see other people's finished videos, and it's like a half hour. And I'm like, what am I doing? I really need to rein it in when I do the kit reviews. You said, oh gosh, Tumblr. What I miss? It could be a regional thing, like sneakers versus tennis shoes. You say button up. Yeah, maybe it is regional. You were shocked he was still around because he hasn't made CC in a few years. Well, leather to honor his mother or rebel if she's a vegan. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he should have that leather watch. Okay. I'm surprised because I thought that we had more options for these. There's these, which I think is not the vibe. There's this one. I use this one a lot. Or Cameron's in this one in my other save, which we haven't seen in a while. Although the sleeves are not what I thought. Maybe because of his body shape, it's making the sleeves look a little different. He had on one earlier that I think was fine.
Ooh.
I like this one too. I feel like I use that one a lot. There's this one, but it has like the patterns. What do we say? In slacks? Oh. Wow, that feels kind of short. Alright, let's put some pants on him. Maybe I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Honestly, every time it's time for me to dress a male sim, I'm like, what is even happening? Oh, this is from the new pack.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like these pants. Why are these? I wish this deserves an actual chain. Good night, Yana. Thanks for joining. You said all shirts are just shirts to me. I realize now I've never said button up or button down. Maybe make him dandy-esque. I feel like that's more of a formal vibe. I guess I'm just kind of like, I think he might come into more of a... I like the idea of playing the idea... I like the idea of playing the idea. I like the idea of playing that he comes into more of himself as the Tiny Town 2 goes on. That he starts off kind of like a little plain, a little bit like a wallflower. And then as he comes into himself, he'll explore a little bit more of like his fashion and his vibe and stuff. These are the Casanova pants. Man, these got a lot of shadows and textures, huh? Some of these newer pants, it's like really funny to see the difference. This is the business one. It's like, what material are those pants? Let's get a different top. You try to make a map of the world as it is in your head. You got close and it's not exact, but it's so difficult. Starts button up, ends up in mesh. I can see the journey.
So.
I'm like, oh, is he a weekend polo kind of guy? Let me see. I'm gonna say I'm a little bored, but I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Maybe this to mirror his birthmark. But even that, I'm like, is that a little too much personality? What's the colors here? On Deligracy's site, this combo is neutrals and earthy tones. Again, maybe to start. Let me make sure I can see chat. Oh, this is like the long sleeve version of this. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I think this... Why are these like different colors? That's so interesting. Okay, I actually kind of like this. It's V plain, but I think that's okay. Now for the watch. Maybe this one? This is a base game watch. Where's the one from? Is it this pack? Businesses and Hobbies? I said this pack, but the latest pack. Does this read as flashy to you, or is this tastefully... This is like a tasteful little thing. Yeah, like that looks like it has like, I don't know, rhinestones, or not rhinestones, like diamonds or something around it. Some sort of gem. And this seems really small. But can I say you hate his nose? I think you can. I think, yeah, that's why I said his face. I haven't done anything with his face. And it was partially because I was like, oh, I clicked on something and I left it as is. I can go and tweak that. But right now, I just am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the watch. I guess I'll use the base game one. Just a different color face. How's that look against his little outfit here? I'm like laboring over the watch, but in my mind, this is the watch he's gonna wear with everything. So I do want this to be good. I feel like I've already used this watch too on someone else. So I don't like the idea that I might be using it again. Yeah, let me get rid of this. We'll just go with this one. You're thinking his eyes are too close together. Y'all, listen, we gotta have a little bit of face diversity. All right? So you gotta have some things that are not perfect. Okay, so that's the last nose. Again, I think I was looking at presets this week too. Ah, it's too close together. I kind of like his close together eyes, honestly. I thought that was actually kind of cute. I think I was messing too much with the eyebrows that were actually fine, in my opinion. Yeah. He said, now that you pointed out, I can't unsee it. I also can't say what his eyes remind me of. You all. I'm moving on. Alright. You guys are not gonna have me with the Frank Ocean moment. That was a dark day.
Huh.
Okay, so... What color shoes? Black? The cognac brown? I kind of like that color brown. That one has like a blue belt to go with like the blue top. Now, the hair. This hair... Let's see. First of all, what do I have here? I got this. Again, he's a detective, so I can't imagine that he wants fun, interesting hair. Unfortunately. I think he's going to have something like... Not like that. Also, I'm not even sure about the color of it. Alright, first of all, short. Something like this, you know? Oof. Why is this a dark day? What happened? No, the dark day was when I was trying to get Frank Ocean. I was trying to get Lyric Seas to look like Frank Ocean. That was the dark day. Alright, let me see. Oh yeah, the detective stash. Well, this is like old school. But the 70s inspired is kind of funny.
Ooh.
Let's see. A low cropped. Because there's this. Okay. Let's stick with... Alright, let's see what we got. Also, is his hair too light? Yeah, maybe I'll go one darker. He said, Lyric, that's the name I like. He looks like the chief guy from the game. You guys are so funny. I wasn't going to give him facial hair. Okay. Y'all let me know. No, I don't think that one. Maybe this one. The way I have no idea with facial hair. None. Oh! Are goatees still a thing? Maybe this is what I was looking for the other day.
Super chat from 616 in San Myshuno, which says, "Hey, how you doing, lil mama? Let me whisper in y'all ear. V Street have a dope stream. Keep bringing the fun and joy."
Thank you, 616. Thank you for the super chat. That reference is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Yes, today we're trying to make a closeted man who's going to be a detective. Falls in love with a coworker. Hello. That's Ray Campbell from Sister. You I can't with y'all. I can't. But again, what do we feel about the facial hair? Do I need to get rid of this? Do we have any facial hair? I was gonna go with none, but now I'm sitting here like, well, maybe it adds a little something.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has a little gap. I don't think he needs a full-on beard or anything. But I guess like a shadow could help with like a, you know, you work late nights. You work late nights in the precinct. You said put back the afro, add some glasses, you'll have Norbit. Y'all are making me sick. First ask was cute. Second one screamed gay middle-aged guy. Had me missing shots of such. Okay. All right, hold on, wait. The first one, what did I click? This was one. Whoa, I can't have both?
Yeah.
I can't have this under this? That seems like a miss.
Ah.
Am I confused? Do I not know how this works? From high school years, maybe? Okay, let me see. I think you were talking about this one. Right? Yeah, I think. Oh, wow, gal. Again, this was like. So this was the first one that I thought was a little cartoony. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. This was the second one. I guess I was going back and forth between these two. So option one. Option two. You can't layer beards with mustaches. What the hell is this game? What is this game? What is it? What do you mean? They're supposed to be layerable.
Ah.
Was it ever layerable? Or am I just, I don't do this? You're talking about the mustache, not the beard. Okay, there's a little bit of a delay. So right now, this is option two. There is a vote for option one. Yeah. His name's Harris. Yeah, I think I did see what you were talking about. But this is very 70s coded, which I'm like, we're in 2025. I feel like we need to marry some of these, you know, marry some of these references. You could never layer them? What the hell? He said option one does make a statement. If we need a mustache, number two. Option one to me definitely reads as cop, but option two reads as, you know, a little bit more like, I don't know, y'all. I just feel like if I had to say like, hey, this man doesn't know he's gay. Do you believe option one or do you believe option two? It was a child mustache. Okay, so of these options, me personally, I like this one. Then, I'm so pissed. Because basically what I want this mustache with like a little bit of a shadow. Because like, oh man, we've been working all night. Oh man, you know, working through the night and trying to crack this case. It was Sims 2 where we could layer the beards. Roger. Thank you for unlocking that for me. Because I was like, I've been able to do this before. Yeah, was it like 20 years ago? Sure. do two, just do two. Okay. I can't believe that we can't layer them in Sims 4. And I can't believe I'm just getting outraged about this right now. I should have been outraged. Oh my gosh. I bet you there's a tattoo. But you know, going to the gallery to find a tattoo for that would be... Should we risk it? Or just do stubble. It's more like this. Right? Whoa. The texture on this looks a little crazy. Dare I check? Let me see. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. Actually, no, I won't. I'm not risking nothing for the biscuit. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show my face real quick just to make sure that they're not doing anything crazy on the gallery. I've heard a lot of weird things going on in the community as of late. Alright, so you're gonna see my face for a second. I'm gonna go to the gallery. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to head tattoos. Paint mode. Then go to the gallery? How do I do this? Okay, no. Go to the gallery. Sorry, you guys can't see this. Alright, I'm in the gallery right now. I'm gonna search stubble. And then tattoos. Oh, there's really not that many. What about hashtag stubble? Do I get more? Get a few more. I don't think anything's too crazy. So you can see. Okay. Now you want some biscuits. I've said it one too many times. I kind of want biscuits now too. Yeah. Just like, yeah, you were going to say tattoo just like you did Mary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's not that many. There's this one. Okay. If I just do item name, there's a few in here. Like maybe if I go with this one. What's this look like? It looks kind of not, it's not the right color. Which one did I use? I mean, maybe this is better? How do we feel about this? Do you want to draw your own soul tattoo? Absolutely not. Not today. Some days I'm like, oh my god, y'all, I feel like an artiste. And some days I'm like, let's wrap it up. Alright, let's place this one. This one's very subtle. It's subtle enough though that the color looks right. Is that worth it to y'all, you think? Or is it better to do the other one? Okay, better 1 or 2? Whoa, actually, no. Not 2. There's some other little cast happening with 2. So it's gonna have to be this one. So we'd rather have this or nothing. I can try another one. You saw the first one. Did I not place that one? I thought I placed this one. Okay, so again, option 1, option 2. I don't think I like option 2, y'all. Option 1. I think if I'm gonna go with one, I'm gonna go with option 1. Option 2 or nothing. What are your thoughts? The shadows. What do you mean? Yeah, 1 is good. Yeah, I kind of like this one. You can't... I wish you could do the opacity for this. But it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty subtle. I feel like you're getting your eyes checked. Yeah, yeah, Nancy, that's why I'm doing it. When they say, which one's better? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Okay, what's better? 3 or 4? 3 or 4? There are other options if you search beard. Okay, I'm gonna search beard, but if something shows up. Okay, What about, like... Can I... Okay, let's just... I'm just slowly looking. Making sure nothing abhorrent shows up. Did I try this one? Oh yeah, there's like colors in this. I don't hate this one, y'all. I don't hate this one. Horse Ranch has a mustache with stubble. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Never mind. There's no way to get rid of this. Alright, let's see. Horse Ranch. Horse Ranch. I was like, did I scroll up? There's this? Is that what you're talking about? Huh. There's a couple. There's these. Which are your choice? This. This one I'm not a fan of because it's V dramatic. What's going on with his neck? Is that from the tattoo? I have to edit some of that. Oh, I clicked the whole category. I was like, where did all these options come from? But it's not options. It's just like laid out differently because I didn't filter. Damn it, which one did I have before? This one. Okay. I think we're gonna go with this. Change his whole jawline. Though everything is everywhere all at once. Okay. Maybe we lighten it a little bit too. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go with this. I just wanted him, you know, because he's working all night trying to crack the case. I just wanted a little something, something. Alright, so this is an option for every day. And maybe one more. Again, is there like a... What's in sets? I don't want to wear a suit. Oh, I see, because this is like gonna be really the first time I play through the career for real. I don't know what it looks like what he's wearing, to make it look like, oh, after a long day of work or something, I'm just kind of like wearing my work clothes. But like maybe without a jacket or something like that, you know? Let's get to work. Is this supposed to be like the detective wear?
Oh.
Or is this something else? That's giving outerwear vibes. Maybe I'll put this in cold weather. He wears a police uniform for most of it? Okay, police uniform for the first few levels, then a button down and slacks. Oof. Alright. So then I guess I don't have to overly worry about that right now. Oh, there it was. This is what I was thinking. Something like this. Is this the actual work outfit? Can you imagine if he walks around every day like this? Or like this? none wants to pick up your shift for tomorrow and you really don't want to go in at 6 a.m. even though you were off and picked that shift because it was early and you wanted more shifts. Ugh, I hate when my past decisions come back to bite me. Especially ones where I was like looking out for myself and then when it's time to like follow through on it, I'm like, actually no. I was wondering if the boat was going to be out. And they also have multiple colors of this, which I also find funny because I don't know if I've seen multiple colors of that. Okay, well, yeah, this is what, yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, that's his outfit when he becomes a detective. Okay. Cool. So, tie, slacks. Got it. That's the takeaway here.
Ho ho.
I see a tie, but that was high school years.
Yeah.
For y'all who play on the computer and you have a nice monitor, do you guys have any monitor recommendations?
Ho ho.
Yeah, see, the sleeves are rolled up. I like that about this. This is a different vibe for sure. Any monitor recommendations? Anybody who's bought a monitor in the last like year or two? I'm looking to get a new monitor and I gotta tell you, I'm a little overwhelmed. Oh, I like this idea. Like this unbuttoned like situation. I know this is from Wedding Stories, but again, it's like a long day at work. And damn it, what were the slacks? Just square buckle, kind of like straight fit. Okay. The length of the ties are so dramatically different. You actually use a TV. It's a Samsung. Starts off as a cadet and then level 5 and he becomes a senior detective and gets that. You said because, and oh, your phone said, oh, I think you meant Ben, even though it makes sense that, wait, what? Nick, what is going on? Just Ben, it was a good idea that will provide benefit to me in the long run doesn't mean you actually want to follow through. Yeah, right. You're not helpful, but what's the monitor size you're thinking? So right now I'm playing on a 22-inch monitor, and so I think I want to get a 27-inch monitor. I'm also a little bit concerned because I have a monitor riser that I bought that's really wide, and if I get a bigger monitor, there is a chance that I'm going to have to either get rid of my riser or I have like a shelf that sits right above my desk. I might have to get rid of that shelf, which is like, would be such a jarring thing because I've got a lot of knickknacks and stuff that you guys can't see here. But I was thinking of 27-inch. Honestly, if I moved, partially because of the shelf situation, I think that if I was willing to move the shelf or do something about the shelf, I think I'd be willing to go a little bit bigger than that. But I have a 22-inch monitor now. So I think going from 22 inches to 27 inches would be pretty dramatic for me. Okay, we are in the pants category. These are nice. These are from Love Struck. That shirt is very white and crispy, which I'm not sure if I like. You know what we need? We need things that like have like little spilled coffee on them or something. That's what The Sims is missing. Just a little bit of, you know, like I live here. I live in these outfits. This is base game. These are very similar similar to what he was wearing in that other outfit? Yeah. You usually play on the TV too. Not only is it bigger than your laptop screen, but it doesn't get the blue screen everyone complains about. You said Vizio. So what she's saying is she needs a bigger screen because she failed that eye test. So you're saying, so are you guys saying that you use a TV because you had a TV to use, or are you saying that rather than get a monitor, you decided to get a TV? Excuse me. Because I've played like connected to my TV before, which I found kind of hilarious. I have a TV in my room, but then I wouldn't have a TV. Sims needs a taco bar. That'd be dope. You've been too lazy to look for your wireless keyboard and TV connection, so you've been playing on the small blue screen. Big, cheap, lightweight. Huh. You decided to use a TV because it was better overall. Okay. Yeah, the monitor, just looking at monitors, I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, oh my god. Okay, so he's got his watch. So like this is his one outfit. This is another outfit. I'd say pretty conservative, right? This is when he's unbuttoned stuff when he gets home. And this is, to me, this is kind of like a weekend outfit. Like we're just hanging out and about. You got a TV to use when your old laptop broke, but then when you got the new laptop, you used the big TV to play on. They also have the clamp monitor stands. Yeah, that was the other thing. So then I was like, I was looking at the monitor stand too, so that it could sit. I just generally don't have a lot of clearance in this area to have something. So I would need to get a stand, which I was like, ooh, that's another thing that I would need to get. Your game computer has a TV screen for a monitor. It's ridiculously large, but it was free. Oh, you want a larger one? How big is this? How big is the one you play on now, Roger? Oh, so the game is ahead of me a little bit with where we're going with this. All right, this is what I had picked out. I'm not sure if he would wear this at this point. What is this from? Oh, Snowy Escape. Interesting. We gotta have nice suits. When I say we got, I'm like, I know we do. That's nice. Oh yeah, Life and Death came with some. Someone made a TikTok where they like made a bunch of different outfits that were in the dandies, the tailoring dandy theme from the Met. It was actually really cute. Oh, Corinne, hey. You used to use your monitor, but now you use your TV so you can have your PC set up in your living room. You're probably more likely to find a good deal on a TV versus a monitor. You actually deliberately went out and got your first TV monitor as a monitor. It's looking like you should get a TV instead. But does the TV have, yeah, I guess TVs do have mounts. But it would be more like TV mounts, right? Okay, so now I gotta look into that. Yeah, because I definitely was looking at monitors and I was like, these are, you know why? Because I was trying to figure out the whole hertz thing. Like the hertz versus because I wanted a 2K monitor. Right now my monitor is a 1080p monitor and it's old. I looked at when I bought this in 2016 and it's been serving me just fine, but I'm looking to upgrade my entire setup and I'm like, well, if I'm upgrading my entire setup, if I can, I'd like to get a new monitor. But you guys are saying it might just be better for me to just get a television. So that's interesting. TV or monitor pull needed. You know what? I'm willing to do it. If somebody comes in and they're like, what the hell is going on? It's gonna be really funny. Because they're gonna be like, whoa, what is this? You've been lurking, but you decided to chime in. Oh, okay. Huge fan of Vizio products. You use your smaller monitor because the refresh rate can go up to like 165, where the bigger one, it only goes up to like 90. Yeah, all the refresh rate and all of that. Does the TV do that too? You prefer a TV, so whenever you're lucky enough to get a gaming computer, you want a TV instead of a monitor. Okay, see, that I definitely wouldn't have looked at monitors if I hadn't asked y'all. I mean, TVs if I hadn't asked y'all. Because people do just be throwing TVs at you. They're like, do you want this? Can you take this, please? Thanks. Okay, what do I want to do here? I mean, is this better than the... Oh, you know what? The one from Businesses and Hobbies, the only thing I didn't like about it is I wanted the pants to go farther down. That was my only hesitation. And why I ended up switching it. These Ace Game ones. Did they just give us these? I feel like they did, right? He's probably wearing this watch and you can't see it. Okay, okay. So, I need... Nothing in makeup category is currently being worn. I should be able to apply that to every category. Do you guys see? I hadn't thought about giving him glasses. What? The game has gotten really presumptuous. Monitor is way better, to be honest. Okay. Thoughts? Care to explain? Depends on the video card. Oh, Lord, here we go. You tech folks. Yeah, so I got my pieces. I'm gonna be building a PC. I'll be doing that this week. So right now I have a monitor, so I'm like, I don't need to get a monitor, but I think I would like to get a monitor. Oh, you know what? I saw something earlier that I wanted to use. It was with the logo. Is it from... It's this one. Yeah, I like this. You work in broadcasting. Monitor displays colors more clearly and better refresh rate. Yeah, I guess highly recommend a monitor. I guess that's the other part too, is like the monitor I think will be for work and for play. So I do still need the colors to be right for my job when I'm working from home. Oh, you just got laid off from Fox Sports and sports broadcasting. You've been using a monitor that... Roger! Well, have you been using a monitor that fat and old, going to a TV as a monitor will be like going to another planet. Oh, you have to say you agree with the monitor. You're a firm believer in purchasing things that go with what's intended, so a monitor is meant for a computer. Okay. You love the way the game looks on your TV, but then again, you only have a laptop monitor to compare to. The 1 or 2 times I played on my TV, that was an experience. That was an experience, because my TV is obviously way bigger than this little screen that I use, and it was iconic. I was like, I see why people do this. I feel like leggings is a thing, right? let's just tap into all the sections I don't know anything about. Working out. Ooh, those legs are dope. Maybe he shows his personality in these shoes. No, but he's sensible. Right now he's in his sensible era. It's like, what shoes do people wear to work out in? To me, these are like the fashionable shoes. Does the fitness one come with shoes? Yeah, but these shoes don't actually look like workout shoes to me. Monitor's monitor. Oh, I mean, the votes are coming in. 11 TV monitor. Though now I'm curious about hooking up your computer to your TV. Listen, Eric, it's an experience. If you can do it pretty easily, it is an experience. It is fun. As someone who looks at screens for a living, you recommend a monitor for sure for both work and professional play. TV is fine for a layman, but not great for the professional work you're doing. Okay. Yeah. Also, the computer sometimes gets confused when you use a TV, which can lead to issues down the road. 50. Lil Simsy uses a 57-inch Samsung. There's no way. There's no way. Mildred, are you serious? We're living completely different lives. I am so behind the curve. Now I'm sitting here like, dang, do I get rid of this little shelf? My whole setup right now would need to change. If I was, I don't, my desk isn't even that big. There's no way. Is it 57 inch and not like, oh my God, that's crazy. Hi. Hi, baby. She's like, that's enough of that. I keep using these shoes because I keep loving these shoes. Honestly. I might use these ones though. Lil Simsy must be blind. You guys are so funny. James Turner, oh my God. I did see a video of his where he shows off his monitor. He has a huge monitor now. His monitor, again, the size of my desk. These people are, we have to remember where I'm at, right? As much as I would love to be my professional content creator simmer era, in this current moment, I'm in my professional simmer content creator era plus day job. So while they are so funny with a 57, I'm gagged, I guess. I'm gagged. 57 inches is crazy. James Turner monitor situation. James Turner, honestly, I don't take seriously though, because I'm gonna say this. Y'all are gonna feel some type of way. And when I say this, I really don't mean any disrespect. It's just an observation. He's a tech nerd. He's a tech nerd. That is a hobby of his. He likes the tech. He likes to nerd out about the tech stuff. He a tech nerd. You can't take tech nerds that seriously if you're not a tech nerd. In the sense that, like, I can't do what James Turner is doing. He's a tech nerd. He wants to top the line, the best of the best, the biggest of the biggest. Even if he's not the most tech nerdy of the tech nerds, he's just on a level that I'm like, all right, so James Turner, I'm going to put him over there. You know? You just assume Lil Simsy has a computer like the one in the kid. Yeah, I guess I did too. The heck? I'm gonna have to check that out at the stream. That is so funny because the way I'm like 57. That's so much. That's like The Sims would feel and look so different on that big of a monitor. I'm gonna. Okay, so sorry. So this is one of the outfits. I imagine we're gonna see him a lot in this. So he probably needs to have a second one of these. Girl, don't start with me.
Oh.
Can I change the color of this? So we can have a red one. His belt was blue, right? So yeah, maybe we do a blue version. Okay. let's see. This is the one that comes with the pack, where I should reasonably be able to get matching items. Oh, those are pretty cool, actually. With a little pattern on them. I like that. Me gusta. Oh my gosh. And then we can have like the blue here. So it's like a black version and a blue version. Although, what's the other top? This one? Oh, I don't think I understand that. What about
So.
I'm thinking of like a long sleeve, not a sweater. Not a jacket. Not a blouse either. Do we not have like long sleeve? Is it under sweatshirts? Maybe it's under t-shirts.
Ooh.
Something like this.
Ah.
I had an idea in my mind, but it's not fully formed. So now I'm wondering if I should just leave the little jacket thing. Just bought some packages in your code. Glad to have discovered your channel. Thank you so much, Spider. I appreciate you. Which packs did you get? I'm nosy. All right, so the poll is telling me monitor as a monitor. 14 of y'all felt strong enough to tell me to stick with the monitor. And I didn't mean to start a war. You said you only know him through her though, through Deligracy. Deli is always saying she gets his leftovers when he updates his computer. Yeah, you only know him through her though. I don't follow many of the big simmers, game changers, only Deli, Plumbella, and English Simmer. I follow James and Lil Simsy for the most part. You know what's funny? You know who actually got me into simming? Like, as a content, like watching simming content creators? And it probably was around the pandemic maybe, but who got me into it was actually Vixella. I thought she was so funny. She still is funny. It's not like she's not funny anymore, but like I don't watch her as much anymore. But she's the one who got me into actually watching people. And for a long time I didn't watch Lil Simsy because I was like, oh, I don't know about her. But I think it's just because I'm so much older than she is. And so sometimes the intensity with which Gen Z does things, I'm always like, ooh. Yeah. Satch, I don't watch. And you know the other issue is too, is for Sims stuff, I don't really watch people's Sims stuff as much anymore. The farther I get with my own channel, the less I'm watching people's Sim stuff. James Turner Sim stuff, for the most part, has stayed around. I ended up being a fan of Lil Simsy in the end, and like I'll watch her Sim stuff. I was watching her Sim stuff a lot more like a year or two ago, and right now I'm not. But like I'm sure that'll probably pass through. But oh, maybe I was looking for something like this. Actually, was it this? Do people work out in turtlenecks? It's like a thing, right? Am I making that up? I'm not making that up. It was basically like I was looking for this vibe, like a very fitted shirt, but nobody works out in a turtleneck. Yeah, so I'm making that up for sure. You love watching the who's also young, but he's great and honest. Satch, yeah, Satch is pretty intense. Satch is pretty intense, and I think sometimes I watch Satch's like vlogs. I find those pretty entertaining. Like, if you are a simmer, but you have other things going on, like I watched creator Candidly Kayla. She plays a lot of Fortnite now. She doesn't play as much Sims anymore, but I think she still does. I don't even really watch her Sim stuff. I watch a lot of her playing Fortnite. Or like when she does reactions when she's watching Pop the Balloon. Those are hilarious. So I watch that. Like I said, I used to watch Vixella. I don't watch Vixella as much anymore. As soon as he makes you cringe sometimes. Hey, Wednesday. So excited for Tiny Town 2. We're almost done. Nard Villain. Nard Villain, I'm only familiar with what he puts on TikTok. And he's really funny. Okay, so what are we doing for sleepy time? This life and death robe is feeling like a vibe, if I'm honest. Or even this cottage living one. This one feels a little bit more simple. I think his color is blue, right? Ooh, I like his slippers that he's already wearing. I don't know if he would wear slippers or slides. Maybe nice slides when he's home. Now, would he wear a bonnet? I feel like is there an in-between between a bonnet and a do-rag? Oh, the new bonnet. That's funny. I think his mom's got to wear that new bonnet. You're negative Nelly too. You watch Ocean Sims a lot. Her voice is so soothing. Ocean Sims' voice is very soothing. So soothing. You don't watch Sach or Satch. Is it Sach or Satch? I keep saying Sach right now, but I thought it was Satch. V and Juno Birch. I don't know who Juno Birch is. Oh, Juno Birch. Playing Sims? Oh. You said you discovered Sims and Sims 4 and BuzzFeed was doing the 100 Baby Challenge with Kelsey. Then started Delicacy's Single Dad Let's Play and was like, I want to play this game. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, Satch. Okay, okay. You didn't know there was a poll. Yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting is like having a range of opinions is needed in the community. I think sometimes it's very easy to get overwhelmed if you watch a lot of one person and their opinion, good or bad, you know. I think the worst thing to be accused of, especially when it comes to like gaming content creation, is that you are basically simping for a game. And for me, I try to be balanced and fair, but also like sometimes I'm like, I need people to be serious. Like, I like this game. I like the game. I know it has flaws. I know it ain't perfect. I like it in spite of all that, you know? I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot in my life that has been like imperfect, but integral. Why should this be any different? So I appreciate when people are like, we gotta demand more, we gotta expect more, pushing the team and the community forward in a very positive way. I think that's helpful. Sorry, I was trying to see if there was another color in any of this stitching that I can pick out. You said Gen Z. Imagine being my age. You were following James before you knew who he was. Yeah, I follow James more than Deli. But same thing. Like, I've watched some of Deli's vlogs, you know? Although the vlogging thing, I've been like, I don't know. Okay. This little pre-made thing is so cute. I gotta remember to use these items. Okay, so I think I applied the watch, right? Okay, Okay, if you're going to a nice party, what are you wearing? Where's my watch? I thought I applied my watch. Okay, I guess I did not apply the GD watch. Because it wasn't here either. Or here. Maybe it wasn't even here. Okay, so this watch needs to be applied to everyday, formal, athletic, party, hot, cold. Make sure it's everywhere. Okay, bad. So that's that. As far as the top, going to a party, and you know I like to have parties with Tiny Town. We do parties here, so we will be seeing this. You know, sometimes I used to pre-content creation. I don't know, party. I was like, we'll never see this. But you know, I do like a party. Can you imagine? I just feel like the energy of the rest of the tenants in the building, and then his energy. Like, then the story canon has to be that they ended up in the building because of his mom.
Oh.
You know, because she's so like, oh yeah, let's go join this community, Sonny. It'll be good for you to make more friends. And he's like, I'm whatever my mom wants. Better than being in a nursing home. You know, she'll be with me. We'll be in this community. She'll have a project redoing the apartment. Sure. But like, she didn't tell him this was like a queer black community, so that he's overwhelmed. You know. You don't think you could ever stream? It'd be a mess. Me in the robe, sipping drinks and laughing like a maniac. People do that though. I feel like that's a whole category on Twitch. Maybe this is his party sweater. This is his like, ooh, look at me, I dressed up sweater. Does he wear jeans? I like the idea that he doesn't really wear jeans. At least in 1.0 version of Sunny. Those are great pants. They have a lot of good pants in this game. Do I want to go that far and say that? It's like I caught myself. I'm like, ooh, is that what I meant? Is that what I meant just then? There's a few good pants. There's a few good pants in this game.
Yeah.
I like the party loafers. Would he wear these? I feel like the sweater might be pushing it, honestly. There's this one from Love Struck. Speed builds are annoying to make too. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You notice that when a lot of YouTubers get monetized and get money roll in, they make less and less content. Then some people push out the content because that's how they eat. But the subs and the consistency shows you who's who. I mean, I feel like the only person, I don't follow a lot of creators. The only person who I feel like does a lot of content is Lil Simsy when it comes to creation, because she basically puts out something every day. And I'm just like, that is, that's an ideal pace. I have found personally in making content that it's hard. I feel like the last hurdle that I am jumping in real time, you guys are seeing this in real time, is me trying to figure out how to get to posting consistently. And it's because my ability to make a video and then edit it and get it out fast is still being worked on. So sometimes it feels like it takes a lot out of me. So for example, my kids videos, right? I would have wanted that up already. Once I saw it was like 3 hours, I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm about to do. So I just didn't do anything, which is not what you want to do, you know? And I noodled on it. And so now I'm like, okay, I know what I'm going to be doing probably tomorrow to try to get them out. But I also have a 9-to-5 job now. I know in the middle of this, I lost my job, which you're like, oh yeah, then go fully into content. Whatever, you know? Yeah, sensible shoes. Simply releasing video editing. And she doesn't edit her videos. Her husband does, which also helps. Like, if you have help to do some of the things, right? Like, and that was another thing I was thinking about. I'm like, do I hire an editor who would help me, right? Because then there's a level of, like, if I recorded something and I got to send it to somebody else to do it, then I'm like, okay, then, you know, that would help me out. But I'm just in this weird place right now with, like, the channel where I'm basically still in my early phases, but I'm seeing progress, which I appreciate. And that's all thanks to viewers like you, which, you know, in America, you know, they're cutting funding for PBS. So that's where I got that joke from. But remember, support PBS. But yeah, no, thanks to you guys kind of like showing up and stuff, it is, you know, helping me stay motivated, and staying like working out the difficulties. This is where I can see the mask starting to slip a little bit. Those are just boxers. Boxer briefs. Can I get some sunglasses? Oh, this is some city music. I was like, this music is so particular. You're not talking about me. Oh, I know. I was talking about me. I was talking about me. I was like, let me take this opportunity to talk about myself. Yeah. But then, too, another thing that happens, I think, is just like, there are some creators who I've seen make videos like pretty infrequently, but the quality of their videos is just so good. I started watching a new YouTuber recently, new to me, not new to YouTube. And it is helpful to see how, like, the range of production for different videos and different channels for people who are popular, right? I'm like, oh, the way that you edited that, it basically for me comes back to being like, okay, I probably could be a lot less, like, harsh on myself. I don't know. These glasses look kind of big for his face, right? I like these. I was about to say, but these aren't really sunglasses, but these are. The more sunglasses. Maybe I need to change this from black. And it's blue. Yeah. Okay. Stealing that idea where we have one version with and without the accessories. Speaking of accessories, I didn't add the watch on purpose, but maybe in this version we can have the watch. Here, watch. Oh, what's this? Oh. Excuse me. I don't like that. I think it was this one. Okay. No, it was black. Okay. I think I was going back and forth between the blue and the black, and then I settled on the black. Oh. Great. Okay. Worm, hello. Okay, Worm, seems like you're being a little strange. Don't know what's going on there. Quality over quantity, though. Yeah. I need to tell the new kids tonight. Seems like your grandma will get to move to a skilled nursing tomorrow, which is a great sign. Okay, awesome, Lex. That's great news. Great news. Great to hear. Here's your theory about Sims 4 content, though. I think some creators are getting fatigued. I imagine that many of them, especially the game changers, didn't picture this iteration going on this long. Yeah. Okay, deleted that. Not sure what that was. Keep it cute. If it's weird, if it's getting weird, I'm deleting comments. Okay. Okay. Hot weather. We have hot weather and cold weather. And cold weather I already started. The fact that you're even able to edit your own video 5 steps over me. When I was younger, younger being like high school aged, I used to make little videos. I mean, nothing like what the kids do now, you know what I mean? It's so funny even thinking about that because I'm like, yeah, the kids today, you know, smoke whatever I can come up with. Not to mention YouTube is their business, not a hobby. Yeah, right. Yes, all of those things. But I used to make little videos. I don't remember all of them. I remember my Pride and Joy project was I made like a little documentary on my brother's friend who has cystic fibrosis. And that was like I made a whole little documentary that I played. I'm only laughing because I remember it being like a huge deal. And I played it in my class and it was like so impressive. Everyone thought I did a really good job. But I had a lot of fun making that video. And then I think I probably made and edited other little video projects, multimedia projects in like my younger years in between. Like multimedia kind of stuff has always been an interest of mine. Like I used to kind of sit around and like make fake business cards, you know. That's how I ended up studying graphic design. I'm going back and forth here. Hold on, let me see. I don't want jackets. I want to look at more of these. So I ended up in graphic design because I was like making fake business cards and I would design flyers and stuff. I love that sort of thing. And then like at the end of the school year, I would make little compilation videos of like pictures and stuff with my friends. Maybe I'll just copy one of these. So this top, okay. This top, okay. Let's copy this hot weather. Let's see what we got. Okay, so then let's change this to maybe this. Ooh, very, very, I was gonna say boring. Sensible. Very sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can learn Photoshop and Avid Pro Tools online. Yeah, we're just chatting in here, Worm. You said a graphic design too, but ended up majoring in film production, and then in real life ended up working in both graphics and videos, and it's just good that you studied both. But now everyone can learn Photoshop and Avid and Pro Tools online for free. Everything you went to school for is obsolete skills, and now in the workforce, since everyone can learn them for free, yet you have 80K student loans for your film and TV degree. Sigh. I'm only laughing because hashtag relatable. Yeah, that's why all the talk around AI, y'all, is just so funny because it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know because I'm like, what I'm doing right now, they're like actively training bots to like do some of what I'm working on. Does he wear flip-flops or thongs, depending on where you're from? Thong sandals. Does he wear these in hot weather? I feel like that's sensible. Y'all let me know. Millennial struggles indeed as well. There's a show out there about Bella Goth. I have not seen this. Yeah, it's a struggle out here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this little thing. I don't want these. Maybe I'll just use these. Although I'm second guessing this. I mean, it looks profesh. Okay. Alright, so for Sunny, this is where we're at with Sunny. Our closeted man who will have a transformation definitely throughout this series. So these are his everyday outfits. The idea is that this is kind of like him hanging out, and then this is like maybe him after a day of work. I don't know. This is formal workout wear. We have two options. We have sleepwear. We have party wear, swimwear, and hot and cold weather. Although, does this come in another color? I think I want to go with this one, actually. I can't tell what color the pants are. Maybe we'll just go with black. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with this. We'll go with this. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's an option. I feel good about that. Soledad, let me at least try to find one outfit of Soledad's so I can see. Oh, and Soledad's hair. Let's see. What does Soledad have? She's got locks. Free spirit. Love is love. You know, positive energy. Are we doing some of this? You got every accessory. You got randomized with every version of accessories that possibly exists in this game. Let me just go ahead and get rid of some of this. Oh yeah, she's definitely got piercings. Let me just go through, make my life easier. Like, look at all this. It's just ridiculous. Also, love this. Okay. You can't wait for him to be flamboyant AF. That's what I'm saying. We gotta. Where's the first hair she had from? I think that's from Realm of Magic. You're talking about the twists? Okay. Sometimes it's like, I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I scrolled in the wrong direction. This one, right? This is from Realm of Magic.
Oh, Plogam.
I kind of like this one too. Sorry for the long pause. I was just trying to go back to the other one. That's suddenly... Oh, I can just undo. Sorry. Nope, can't just undo. It was from the werewolves pack. This one. Which one do we like better? This one? I like this one because it has like beads and braids and stuff in it. Or like this one. I feel like the deep side part is not my favorite.
Enizuk?
But it's cute.
Dash.
Yeah, werewolves has cute hair and CAS. You thought Soledad was done? No. It just takes me forever to get started and to go through these Sims. You're like, she's interesting. Yeah, no. I hadn't even touched her yet. Let me see.
Oh, Dodge. Huh.
I'm like, is there like a colorful... Remember, romance consultant. This is what we're dealing with here. Oh, press the wrong thing. I haven't used this. I feel like she needs a bunch of bracelets and stuff. Just looking at the long dresses because I was like, ooh, maybe a maxi dress. This could be a vibe. This could be a vibe for her for something. I'm seeing some pretty dress options. But the one that she's wearing feels the closest to what I mean. And then like what? Would she wear like some sandals? Would she wear like wedge sandals? And obviously for her body.
But Bossamoo.
This is her V skinny.
Shuffle it.
I think I want her to be like, yeah, a little bit smaller. You like the first hair too? Yeah, yes. Romance consultant. And I gave her the red for the romance consultant. This is, the lavender is also pretty. I was thinking she would wear sandals though. Let me see. Oh, I like these ones from Spa Day. I like these ones a lot. I probably was originally thinking of something like this. But I kind of like the ones from Spa Day. Like, I like the idea that she's, like, flowy. But, like, keeps her, like, sex appeal. That's the idea. She'll be tense for making money at work. Okay, well then we might have to reevaluate the personality. Ooh, I like these.
Ugh. And Fabi.
Her cracking her back like that is hilarious to me. Yeah, like, to me, I'm like, if you've got romance consultant clients, right? The idea for me is that you're free loving, you're, like, open, but also, you know, you like to dress up, like, you like to show off your body. I don't know. That's what I'm really trying to get at. I'm not sure if I'll be able to achieve it, but that will be the goal.
Wanafash?
Yeah, now, I said earlier we have a lot of good pants, and then I took it back. I do feel like we have a lot of good sandals if you have every single pack that they sell. We have a lot of good sandals. Like, I like these ones. These ones are nice. Okay, I'm just trying to get her archetype down so that we can pick this up next time. Because it's getting... I hadn't eaten dinner. I said this was going to be short. Sorry, I just was looking at other options. Also, I like that her legs are that skinny. That's pretty funny. Okay. As far as, like, piercings... I feel like she'd have a nose piercing. These ones are from... Those ones are from werewolves. But now I feel like it's going to clash with the ones in her hair. I kind of like that one.
Want it, Fash?
They need to come back and give us some
Britta.
sparkly little studs. Okay, so that feels like that's going through her eyelid. Okay, this one's a little bit better. And then we'll have to do her makeup. I'm not sure if I have it in me to do the makeup today. We'll come back to the makeup next time. We got some piercings. What about like necklace? Who are these Sims? Actually, we're making Sims. We're continuing to make Sims for Tiny Town, but this is the last week we're doing this because this week we're wrapping it up, and then we're gonna play. But we're playing Tiny Town 2. So I've got the first Tiny Town, all the live streams, and the playlist on my channel. Oh yeah, like these ones from paranormal stuff. Yeah. Let me make sure nothing came with Love Struck. High school years. We got the ones that came for Grandma Hattie that are a similar vibe, but I think I'd rather go for these. And then we can give her some nails. That's kind of fun. Did she paint her nails a little bit? That's not what I came in here for, though. I came in here for bracelets. So we have these. Just to zoom out a little bit. And then, what about on the other hand? What is it? Oh, I hate getting the little gold alert. I think it might have something to do with because I disabled some of the packs last time we were in here. Okay, we got bracelets on both sides. Okay. Sorry, just double checking. You all are You just wondering? No, I just joined the stream for a minute ago. Just wondering if there's a backstory with the characters yet. The backstory we've developed. So this is for Tiny Town 2. We've got a mother and a son. Okay. Mother is a romance consultant, or she will be a romance consultant, and she's a very open love kind of person. Her son, and the goal is she wants her son to find love, all right? But he's very focused on his career. So he's really head diving into being a detective. But he also is battling internally with his sexuality. So even for having a free-loving, open mom, he still is very, like, just shy and just a little bit more conservative than she is. And so, yeah, he's closeted. That's basically all we've got. That's what I came up with at some point, and I thought that could be fun. And so then also, like I was just saying earlier, that I guess canonically, the reason why they're living in the building, so the building is really like a queer building that they're all like upgrading together, whatever. It's like a queer community. She wanted to move into the community, is what we'll say. She wanted to move into the community, and he just was like, sure, whatever. But I also think maybe there's a part of him who was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that'll be a good idea. I don't know. You know, it's all right. I think I want to apply these all outfits too. We'll do her makeup next time. But like, yeah, right? Like this is the vibe of what I was going for. I know the only thing we were going back and forth on is the hair. So it's between that hair and this hair. And we can decide next time. But I kind of like this. I know, Maxine's like, it's enough. That's enough. Notice I didn't use any of the Golden Years kit. All right, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to bring it up again tonight because I'm ending the stream.
Huh?
I'm trying to see, is there anything else that could be like a...
Yongi.
I could see her wearing like a little, like a pants outfit. Like long, we've got a lot of new like long baggy kind of like pants. Either these are kind of like sweats. That's not what I mean. Oh, does she wear like a skirt or something?
Nah.
Those are pretty.
Shaba.
These are pretty. I know some of this stuff is like culturally specific stuff, but I mean, it looks good. What did you do? I don't know what she's eating. Hopefully she doesn't throw up later. Good lord. But same thing. I'd want like a flowy top. It's so interesting. It's like discovering new items when you're looking for a specific style. You know, because now I'm sitting here like, I should know what we have. But I'm kind of also now discovering new stuff. Like, she was wearing this earlier, maybe. You know. Again, romance. It's the romance consultant vibes. Night, Nick. The pants are from the fashion streetwear kit. The pants are from, yeah, fashion street kit. That's where the sandals I'm wearing or she's wearing are from too. Let me see if we can find like a flowy top. I kind of like the sleeves on this and the fact that it's off the shoulder. Do we have something like that that is longer, not cropped? What do we got in here? Like, this is like the pants version of this, right? Similar sort of vibe.
Oh,
all right, relax.
I'm
gonna save this shirt.
Oh, Udaj.
She's like the opposite vibe of Valentina, you know? Valentina's like prim and proper. I love the Fashion Street. Sweet Allure cast might do a good job with the romance consultant job. Definitely giving love guru. Yeah. Y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. She's definitely the type that, like, you know, has crystals and stuff.
Wannafash?
She's not a psychic, but
Britta.
she's attuned with, you know, Mother Nature and that sort of thing. Oh, same thing with this top. This is from Paranormal Stuff. Yeah, I don't like that. I like this one better. Oh, I already have the other top. Okay, cool. Yeah. What about this one?
And Bobby.
Jeez, the distortion that's happening is
Logan.
kind of wild. That's kind of cute too. I still think I like the other top more. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I guess one of these tops could be used for...
And Fabi.
Now, what are you doing? This cat is sick of me. She's like, that's enough. You done with that little thing? You've been there all day. That's what she sounds like. I think I was gonna say some of these could be used for party wear, so it doesn't have to necessarily be used for her every day. If I find something, like, I've never used this. This is from Growing Together. I have literally never used that top before. Never.
Kissib?
You said some of the more Latin style options work.
Who dodge?
Like, this is cute. Okay, girl, I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered. Do whatever you're gonna do. Where's the top? This top is from Love Struck, which I like this one too. But this one is from Growing Together, apparently. And this one's from Cottage Living. Oh my gosh. There we go.
Wannafash?
I was down here. I was almost done scrolling through all the tops. It's like fascinating. You see what doesn't work? You see how this doesn't work?
Nah. Mel Shaba.
Yeah, some of these tops I've never clicked on. Okay, well, I found some gems in there. Oh. That's a different kind of... I feel like this is like her part. Where's that from? Oh, that's from high school years. I'm like, I feel like that's for a different day. A different vibe entirely. She's going out on a date or something. Okay. What was that one that I said that I liked?
Kissib? Abinor. Who dodge?
These are fun. Oh, I skipped over some of these too. Okay, focus. What am I doing? I was looking at... This is how I know I've reached my limit, because I can't remember a very simple thing that I was just looking at. I don't think it was this one, because I think I saved that one. It was the one from Love Struck. That's what it was. It was this one. Yeah, because I saved that. I saved this. And these are, I'm just saving these not because I actually want these to be the final outfits, but more so because I like them and I want to remember that I like them. I do not remember that pattern. I also kind of like the butterfly one, honestly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are some initial options. The initial idea. We haven't done her makeup yet, but this is kind of like, I feel like this is what I was trying to achieve with Soledad. This sort of vibe. All right, between especially these first two outfits. The other options are just about which top do I like better, or if I want to use that top for something else. You know, like maybe this outfit becomes a party wear outfit or something. Or change the pants. You know, I don't know. And also even that, like I'm like, do I want those pants or does she wear like a skirt? You know, we got options. I don't know if I like that. I like the shape of that. Alright, I'm not going to get too much more into it. We're going to save this right here as is. Oh, you said you wanted those pants and the growing together top was one of the outfits? Oh, really? Maybe it was like it burned into like some Inception. You know, like I saw it, I didn't even like process that I saw it, but here we are today, you know? So this is the beginning of Soledad. We'll come back. Sunny is done. I'm going to save them to... Yeah, more. So we'll come pick this back up on Thursday, and then we'll basically be done. Carmine, the only thing that maybe is like age her up, and maybe look at her outfits a little bit. Unless do you guys think we should make someone else instead of Carmine? I was happy to bring her over for like the vet career. But do we make somebody else? There's a Floyd top from For Rent also. All right, real quick. Yeah, I guess let me know what you all think. I feel like no matter what, either way, I'm ready to start playing this next week. There's this one.
Dodge.
There's kind of like that one. This one's like oversized. Like a tunic kind of top thing. Although I think I like this one better with the V-neck. Look at that. That's so cute. Hashtag always Esmeralda. Hashtag say your name. Hashtag Tiny2 hashtags. Here we go. Here Peter goes. Taking so many screenshots for outfit ideas. The boho outfits always hit. Boho stuff always hits in this game, I feel like. Between the style, like the decor style, and now I guess the clothing style. This top is cute though. We'll switch out some of her accessories. So yeah, so this will be narrowed down. And like I said, some of these can become like, you know, like one of these I think can be her party wear. Especially like this could be her party wear. Switch out the pants maybe. I like the pants. I actually like this together, but still, like, you know, just because I'm using them already. So yeah, so this is good. Wait, did I already save? I already saved the household. Okay, so that's going to be confusing for me later. All right, let me delete this. All right, cool, great, done. Okay, thank you all for joining me today. I'll see you all on Thursday. Like I said, no matter where we end up on Thursday, we're playing next week. So if I ain't finished everybody, it is what it is. We moving people in, we gonna start playing. And then we come back later and continue playing. But I need to play Sims. The CAS is fun, but I need to play. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a great couple of days. Until next time, y'all dead. Yay!